Hi, I'm Dr. Elliot Adam from ElliotOracle.com. I'm also the author of the award winning Fearless Tarot and Tarot in Love Consulting the Cards and Matters of the Heart. Both books are available from Llewellyn Books. And if you're looking for an empowering approach to tarot that isn't based on fear, doom, dread, or gloom, you're going to get a lot out of these books. And it is time for this week's Oracle Reveal. So, yesterday on my social media, I placed up a photo of three different animals, and I asked you to use your intuition and just ask yourself which animal seems to be calling to you, because that animal has your message. And the three animals were the lovebirds, the rabbit, and the bat. So if you're just joining me now, ask yourself which animal seems to be calling to you, because that animal has your message. So for those of you who picked the lovebirds, the lovebirds obviously might have to do with relationships. You could be attracted to them because this is a week to connect or to open your heart. But I just feel like love is going to be the answer for you this next week. Whether this is romantic love, whether this is also just expressing your love for the people that are around you, that are platonic or family, the Lovebirds is telling you to connect. Nobody gets to where they want to go in this world entirely by themselves. And the lovers, or the lovebirds, I should say, are going to help you relate to other people. First card for the lovebirds is where is it best for you to place your focus this next week? And we have the Fool card. And the Fool, he is the one who begins this journey. He's also the Fool because he doesn't know what's going to happen yet. He's kind of innocent and hasn't quite undertaken the next journey. And what he tells you to do is to cast away your fear of looking foolish this next week. Instead, you really want to open your heart and jump into whatever it is that's before you. The Fool is telling you that a new journey, a new quest is beginning for you. And you may have to relate to other people. You may have to make connections with others in order to get further on the pathway that's in front of you. But the Fool is all about being unself conscious. So I just feel like for the lovebirds, this is a week to really be courageous, to really just allow yourself to jump into the unknown. The advice from your inner wisdom this next week is actually the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups is one of those tricky cards. It's based on illusions and dreams. And some people waste years of their life in the Seven of Cups experience, where they're passively hoping, wishing, waiting for their life to change. Wouldn't it be wonderful if I won the lottery? Wouldn't it be wonderful if someone had noticed my talents? Wouldn't it be wonderful if I get discovered by somebody? And all the while life is passing them by. The inner wisdom message for you, if you pick the lovebirds this next week, is to connect, to relate, to open up, and to initiate those connections with other people. To take a chance like the Fool, and not just dream about doing, but do it. Get a plan going. Actually take action toward your goal. There's a lovely saying that the Seven of Cups is the card of the castles in the air. And maybe you do have this beautiful castle in the air, but right now it's time for you to build a foundation beneath it. And the way you build that foundation is by taking action, by jumping into the unknown, and by being unafraid of looking stupid on your way to this goal. And the mythic archetype that's going to help you appropriately is actually Eros or Cupid. Sorry for the reflection there. But he's the god of love. He's on the Valentine's Day cards and all of that. I think that's so cool because we're dealing with the lovebirds. And his quote says, I allow more love into my life. So I just kind of feel like this is going to be a time where you want to open your heart. You want to open up to other people. You might want to let them in on what your plan is. This is a week to relate to others, to jump in. And also, if you are feeling something important, if you are in that stage of your life where you're looking to make a connection, these cards can say that instead of just dreaming about your person, take some action toward meeting that person. Or speak up if you find somebody that you're interested in, or let your eyes do the talking. But I do feel like this is going to be a week where you want to relate, where you want to connect more. And if you're at that phase of your life where you're either not looking for a relationship or you have one and you're well settled, I still feel like connection is going to be key for you. And really just allowing other people into your hopes and your experiences is going to be what manifests your dream. Next, we're going to go into the rabbit. And the rabbit is the symbol for spring, rebirth, fertility, Easter, sometimes anxiety, sometimes a nervous energy with the rabbit. But I feel a fertility aspect is coming up if you're attracted to rabbit this next week. This could be a time of focusing on new beginnings, starting fresh or starting new. And you might also starting to be crafting your plans for the upcoming spring. This might be a time when you're really deciding, okay, here's what I got to do between now and spring. This is what I want to see my life move in toward. So I just kind of feel like this is a good time for making plans. First card for rabbit is where is it best to place your focus. This would have been better for the last card with the lovers, but we are the lovebirds because we got the lovers. And yet, there is this sense that with this theme this week, with this love theme, I'm almost feeling like both the lovebirds and the rabbit, it's like you need to let love be the answer. You need to allow love to be the thing that really catapults you forward. And sometimes when we stop fighting life and we stop demanding that it do what we want it to do, and instead we just affirm it, we affirm those that are around us. We don't engage in the conflict. We kind of elevate our energy. We look at things from that higher, compassionate Aphrodite Urania, the higher love goddess, the heavenly love. Then things start to go into context. And so I feel with the lovers card here for the rabbit and the lovebirds, this is a week to relate, to connect, to open your heart, to share what it is that is dwelling within you. Don't keep it a secret. Don't keep it all to yourself. The advice from your inner wisdom, if you pick the rabbit, how interesting is the hermit card. And there is this balance going on here. We have two opposite archetypes. We got where it's best to place your focus is on partnerships. And then the advice from your inner wisdom is the hermit, which is still that you need to be true to yourself, that you still need to follow your own inner wisdom, your own counsel. A lot of people have a really hard time holding two opposite thoughts like this in their head at the same time. We like it to be this or that, either or. And the tarot doesn't work that way, and neither do myths or stories. And what I feel here is that both are necessary. Yes, you're needing to connect. Yes, you're needing to open your heart, but you're also needing to trust your own path. You're also needing to know when it's appropriate to take that step back from societal pressure or relationship pressure and honor the hermit within, honor that inner wisdom. I feel like you're on this very important journey if you pick the rabbit, and two major arcana cards here, especially two complementary opposing cards like this. There's something very significant happening for you where you're supposed to tap into both of these polarities this next week. It isn't just about one or the other. It isn't all or nothing thinking this next week. It's really you just incorporating a blend of these two things. So yeah, you might need to relate with others, you might need to connect, but then you might need to take a breather, you might need to take a step back as well. The mythic archetype that's going to help you if you pick the rabbit is Hecate. And she's the goddess of magic, the crossroads. How do they say it? The goddess of sorcery and the crossroads. Hecate could be coming up to say that you are at this crossroads. You have two archetypes in front of you. And I feel like both roads are leading toward the same destination. Even though they fork right now, it's like you can choose one or the other, but both are going to be realigned at some point. Her card says, I follow a path of magic and welcome baffling events as a sign of the divine. Well, here's your baffling event. You got these two opposing energies going on, and Hecate is asking you to make them both work. And also, when I see Hecate, this could be a time where maybe it's time to open up to magic in your own life, set your intentions. Maybe it's time to make a beautiful vision board where you cut out a lovely picture of yourself and put it in the middle of the board and cut out all the words and all the pictures of the things that you want to attract into your life in this next year. Whether it is something that's in alignment with your own sacred path or whether it's in alignment with your connections and how you're being seen by society or by the people that you love. I feel like it's time to really get focused on your pathway at the crossroads that's in front of you. But there's definitely some magic in the air for the rabbit. And then finally, we have the bat animal spirit. And the bat is known for rebirth. It is the animal archetype that goes into the underworld, goes into the cave. It's nocturnal. It's not afraid of the dark. It's also the only mammal that flies. it defies the odds, and it sort of breaks the rules or the norms or the conventions of the mammal race or whatever. So I kind of feel like, for Bat, this could be a time when you're believing in the impossible, but you're also needing to undergo your own journey to the underworld. Your first card for Bat is where is it best for you to place your focus this next week? And you got the Three of Cups reversed. And, sometimes Three of Cups comes up reversed when you've forgotten your joy, you've forgotten your pathway, your bliss, and you need to remember it. And as Joseph Campbell used to say, if you can find the joy, it'll burn away all the pain. And the Three of Cups is all about reminding you to find the joy again. Find your bliss, find your passion for what you're doing. And if you found your bliss before, if you've been on its trail in the past, you can find it again. So I feel like there is this sense with the Bat that you're needing to recollect or recollect those lost, disparate parts of yourself again. You're needing to remember what gives you joy. The advice from your inner wisdom, if you pick the Bat, is actually the Eight of Swords. And this is a card sometimes that represents the paralyzing effect of fear, an inner narrative that we sometimes give ourselves that really limits us and keeps us scared or stuck. I feel like you're facing some fears, and maybe you're recognizing that sometimes your fear has been getting in the way of your joy. Sometimes your fear has been sucking up all the oxygen in the room, and it's making you forget what your true path is. And maybe this is a time for a reality check for the Bat. Maybe this isn't a week where it's about people pleasing or doing what society wants you to do or doing what your family wants you to do or doing what your superiors want you to do, but being true to yourself, to thine own self be true. I feel like this might be a time where you need to remember, what was my path about? What was it that I wanted to embark on that was going to make my life special? What was I going to do that was going to be unique to me? It's time to remember yourself, and it's time to free yourself from the blindfold of the fears that have kept you paralyzed or stunted from going toward this joy. And the mythic archetype that's going to help you, how appropriate, Kairos. He's the god of opportunity. And in ancient Greek, kairos, the word kairos means the time, the right time, the right timing for things. And I feel like there's a divine timing thing that's happening for you. Sometimes confronting our fears isn't fun, but sometimes there are those pivotal moments where we're forced to confront something. It is the right time to confront these things. It's the right time to peel them back. It's the right time to remember what your joy is. Kairos' card says, trusting that opportunities find me, I have the time to proceed at a comfortable speed. So I feel like there's that divine trust, that there is this divine timing for all things. And although you may not have seen the result that you want immediately or even this year, there's always tomorrow. There's always next year. There's always a future here. And every day you have an opportunity to change the direction of your life. Never forget that. You can always make a different choice. And I feel like the right time, the right opportunity is in the cards for you. And that is this week's Oracle. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you like my oracles, I'd love to actually talk to you one-on-one. So you can schedule a tarot session with me at elliotoracle.com. Also, I just want to thank you all for helping my channel grow this last year. It's really been appreciated. And for everyone who puts a little thumbs up or likes or shares or subscribes to the videos, that helps so much in getting this out to more people. And so I'm so grateful to all of you for that. I hope you all have a wonderful week, whatever it is that you're doing. And you can always go to my page at Elliot Oracle on YouTube to get more tarot content. I do a daily card. I do a monthly tarot scope. There's so much free content there. So I do hope you check it out. Otherwise, again, have a great week, and I will see you again here next week. So do take care.